Move towards this direction a little bit. Okay, now you're all in. There you go.
No, we're talking about. Oh. Hey everybody, this is Notaspringchick, and I know there's so many different things going on. Of course, E3 is still continuing. Yes. Oh yes, Total Nirvana for gamers is still continuing on in the LA area. Meanwhile, we are getting ready for the Lone Ranger. Yes, the Lone Ranger. Disney's Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer. And the state of Utah. Yes. Yes, they just had a reception for the press talking about their Mighty Five. And the Mighty Five happen to be the national parks such as Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Zion, Arches, and Bryce Canyon. Yes, the Mighty Five. And these are fabulous. In fact, Bryce Canyon has been one of my favorite places in the entire world ever since I laid eyes on it. And if you're curious, Bryce Canyon, look it up on the internet. But remember at Disneyland, you know, you see those rocks and they look so amazingly gorgeous. They look fake. Well, it doesn't even do it justice. It's just totally amazing. But meanwhile, news still continues, and we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines up today.
Okay, today we're going to change things a little bit because I like people know, I've done over 1,000 of these things. And I've been in the news industry for a god-awful long time, and I am a card-carrying news director, so it pisses me off when you see people like Bill O Reilly and other people saying, well, for the sake of national security, we must give up parts of the Constitution, Bill of Rights. I finally got angry, and you know, Bill O Reilly, Lindsey Graham, all these people, I want them to pledge on national television with their hand on the Bible or whatever thing that they use to make it look like they actually believe in some deity, that they that I must give, that in order for national security, I pledge that I will no longer agree to have the First Amendment rights to the Constitution. I pledge that the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution that says illegal search and seizure and no warrant stuff, I will give up these rights for national security. I think that you haven't got a single one of these people with the guts that will come on and do it. It's because it's not them sacrificing their rights, it's you sacrificing your rights so that they can feel secure. The Constitution, no one in his right mind should give up a warrantless search. No one. And they say, well, Bill O Reilly, it's just as long as the emails. They're not reading the emails. They're not attaching numbers to the phone. Well, I think I showed the JC the other day. It takes me seconds to attach one mail to another mail. If you're on a list, say they have, well, Bill O Reilly is on our list, so basically it did red lights. Bill O Reilly comes up and they separate the Bill O Reilly telephone calls. They know who Bill O Reilly's talking to, and as a former NSA man said last night, we can instantaneously connect this person to these people, and because we have a good idea why they're calling these people, we then have a good assumption what the calls are about. He said, you can manipulate the news, you can manipulate the stock market, you can blackmail people. He said, it's that simple. All you have to have is the numbers and a name that you can actually, in a database, that just instantaneously, I can do it with computers, folks. You just, all of a sudden you have Bill O Reilly. Oh, all of a sudden you have Perez Hilton. Bill O Reilly, Perez Hilton. Bill O Reilly, Perez Hilton. Bill O Reilly, Perez Hilton. What is Bill O Reilly calling Perez Hilton for? We need to look into that. It could be the most honest thing in the world because Bill O Reilly could simply be asking Perez Hilton to come on his show and talk, which is what Bill O Reilly does. But it looks bad, doesn't it? Or you have the head of the National Rifle Association calling up a person innocently that basically is anti-Second Amendment to the Constitution because he's trying to talk some, his sense into him. It looks bad, and you can't explain yourself. It's just like yesterday. Have you beaten your wife lately? Have you robbed a gas station in the last month? It's those type of questions. It's that I know people that basically that are spooks, and they love. Innuendo is what they live on. They want to destroy people by putting it out there that they're doing something they're not doing because it muzzles them. I know Bill O Reilly says he's just a simple man, but he has no right to tell me I have to give up some of my constitutional rights so that he can feel more secure. and unless the man has no guts whatsoever, he will come on national television on his show with the Constitution behind him, and he can actually just mark off, this is the part of the Constitution I no longer feel is necessary, this is the part of the Constitution I will no longer, that I freely give up. He won't do it, because he's all mouth, and that's all he is.